Hey there. Do you ever sometimes get like really nervous or anxious about an event that you have to participate in? If there's something that you have to show up to do, maybe it's to give a speech, or maybe it's even just you being in a new space around new people, perhaps people you've never been around before, or there's a new venue or a new location of something. And so sometimes these unknowns about something that's coming up for you, it causes you to get a little anxious, to be get a little nervous about sometimes when these things come up. Well, hey there, I have a solution for you that I know that is going to help you. I'm Dr. Tam. I'm your empowerment coach, and we're popping in here for another video, dropping some gems once again to help you to be more successful. We are finishing this day, not this day, yes, we're finishing the day, but we're finishing this year strong. So this is day 13 of our 21-day challenge to finish the year strong. So here's a brand new nugget for you. I want you to start visualizing yourself for success. So imagine there is an event that's coming up. You and perhaps a group of your friends, you're going to an event together, or maybe even you by yourself. Now, if you're going by yourself, that may cause even more anxiety because you're going alone. However, I don't want you to be fearful of that. Don't let that hold you up. Remember, we've talked about before, if you are invited, if they are expecting you in that space, show up. You deserve to be there. And I'm going to help you to be even more successful when you are there. Before actually arriving to that place, whether you're by yourself or whether you are with a group of people, before you get to that place, I want you to visualize yourself being successful. Well, what does that mean? Like how does that look? What does that look like? Well, I'm glad that you asked. So say for example, like for me, I actually just coming in, finished up an event, and the event was at a location I had been to only once before. So I kind of had a little bit of background knowledge, right? I had a little bit of information that was going to help me to be even more successful. So this event that I attended, I had visited this place once before. So of course I could imagine what the hallway looked like. I can imagine what the offices looked like. I kind of knew where things were, like where the restroom was, where if there was like a little kitchenette area, I knew where that was. So I knew the layout of the place. And that's going to be super helpful for you because you can literally put yourself in that place. But even if you've never physically been in that place, it is still possible for you to visit the place virtually. Y'all, with Google Maps and pretty much anything and everything is online now. If you want to go to a restaurant, if you want to go to a business, if there's an event at a business or a library, or it doesn't matter. If you've never physically been in that place, I want you to do some homework. So that's step number one, to visualizing yourself for success. Visualizing success. I want you to do a little research if you've never been before. If you have been before, I want you to sit down and kind of think in your mind what that place actually looks like. If you've been there, I want you to recall that memory. Recall what it looks like you actually being at that place. What did it look like when you were there before? And it may be it's been a really long time, like months or years have gone by. And so you know that over time things can change. But what is your memory of it? What do you remember about that place? So whether you've been there before and you can picture it in your mind, or you've never been there before, in both of those situations, you can still go online. Because if it was like years ago, there may be some things that have changed. So I would encourage you to go online to look up the physical features so you will know what that place looks like. This is going to be important because what I want you to do is literally imagine yourself in that space, in that environment. So, say for example, you go online and you're able to see pictures of the room or the venue or wherever the event is going to be. You can see the place. While you're looking at those pictures or while you're recalling from your own memory, I literally want you to close your eyes and I want you to think about yourself in that place. So, for example, the place where I just came from, the event that I attended today, I could imagine myself walking up the steps and walking through the front door. As I walk through the front door, there's a hallway. So I can imagine myself walking down the hallway. First, I want you to just get comfortable with the idea of being in the space. This is going to help you to be more successful when the real time comes because now you're visualizing yourself for success. So picture yourself in that space. Number two, I want you to think about your actions, your behavior. What are you doing while you're there in that place? For example, the place where I just came from, if I'm visualizing that place, because it is a place that I plan to visit. I know that I'll visit again. I'll be there again. So I could see myself going back to that place, literally walking up the stairs, walking through the front door, and walking into the hallway. Right? I can see myself doing those things. Now I'm actually physically inside the place. I'm in the building. I'm at the location. And what am I doing? So I'm going to close my eyes and I'm going to imagine myself smiling and greeting people as I meet them. And as I'm meeting people, I'm going to tell them who I am. I'm going to tell them what I do. And I'm going to share with them why I do that thing. Either why I do that thing or why am I there at that event doing that thing. Okay? So now you have visualized the actual location itself. Number two, visualize yourself inside the location doing that thing. For me, I'm going to visualize myself meeting new people in this space. Okay. And then thirdly, I want you to set a goal for yourself while you're actually there. I want you to walk away with having met 3 brand new people. Okay? So you're going to imagine the location where you are, get really comfortable with that, kind of like the lay of the land, right? Get really comfortable with that. That's going to be number 1. Go online, look for pictures of the location, or if you've been there before, imagine yourself there again. Put yourself and you're just kind of scanning the room. You're kind of remembering where everything is. And then secondly, put yourself in there. You're in that space doing a thing. Okay? You're meeting people. When you walk up to someone, hi, tell them who you are. I am Dr. Tam. Number 2, I am an empowerment coach. Number 3, I am here because, or I do this thing that I do, like as an empowerment coach, like I may share with people why I choose to do that. Okay? So you've seen the location, you've imagined yourself in that location doing that thing, meeting new people, or if you're there to maybe to present an award, or if you are there to receive an award, whatever you're there for, that reason why you're there, I literally want you to picture yourself doing that. This is going to help you to visualize success, because you are there and you are going to be successful while you're there. So you are going to imagine, you're going to visualize yourself being successful. And then thirdly, while you're at that location, I want you to imagine yourself meeting 3 brand new people. You introduce yourself to them, and then you start asking them questions about who they are. Like, who are you? Hi, I'm Dr. Tam. And typically, as a part of a normal conversation, communication exchange, when you introduce yourself to someone, they would likely do the same. If they do not, then he's like, oh, well, it's nice to meet you. I'm sorry, and what was your name again? And so now you have politely asked them for their name. Oh, what is it that you do? Or what brings you out to today's celebration? Okay. So now there is an exchange. You're stepping out of your comfort zone. However, because I know there's some people, it makes you a little anxious, especially if it's a brand new place, you've never been there before, or you know there's going to be new people, you're kind of doing something. This is a stretch, but this is what is required of us to develop that growth mindset. Remember, when we're stepping out of our comfort zone, that's when we begin to grow. It's going to be a little uncomfortable in the beginning, but the more we do so, the more we practice, the more familiar and comfortable we will become with doing these things. And the thing we're trying to do, we're trying to grow. And it all is going to start with our mindset. All right. So when we are able to visualize ourselves being successful at something, before you even do that thing, I literally want you to spend some time, maybe a few times, visualizing yourself in the location, doing that thing, whatever it is that you do in that location. And then lastly, I want you to visualize yourself meeting at least 3 new people in that place. All right? Visualizing success. This is a part of the growth mindset to get you to step out of your comfort zone, to grow you, to expand you. This is also an opportunity for you to be influenced by other people, more like-minded people, people who can perhaps you can partner with, you can collaborate with, people that you may be in good, end up being friends, really good friends with, someone who may be able to mentor you. This is all a part of you expanding and growing and developing a growth mindset that's going to take you to that next level. Elevate our mind, okay? And you're going to start by doing so with visualizing yourself being successful in a brand new place. All right? Hey, I'm Dr. Tam. I'm your empowerment coach. Listen, every single time I get on here, I'm going to remind you. I'm going to remind you of who you are. And I'm going to remind you to speak life over yourself. You can do this thing. You can visualize yourself being successful. You can be successful. And until you start getting to that, until you get to that place, I want you to visualize yourself. Get comfortable in that feeling of being successful. I am bold. I am strong. I am courageous. I can do this new thing, because you can. It's absolutely possible. You can do it, and visualizing yourself being successful, that is going to be the ticket for us. All right. I'm Dr. Tam. I'm your empowerment coach. Remember who you are. You are strong. You are bold. You are courageous. You are the head and not the tail. You are above and not beneath. You are God's precious. You are His beloved. You are honored by Him. I want you to always remember who you are and visualizing yourself being that strong, independent, bold, courageous, fearless person that He has created you to be. All right? I'm Dr. Tam. Take care.